Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me okay? I just as a disclaimer, there's jackhammering going on in my backyard right now. Um, jackhammering, yeah. So I apologize for that. They can't stop jackhammering apparently for 30 minutes while we have our little our little webinar. Also, I have children who are home summer vacation, and so they know that we are in here right now, but there's no guarantees that there won't be screaming heard in the background. I'm sure they're fine. I just want to thank you for joining me for this webinar. This is my first webinar since going out and starting my own business. So I'm not sure where you guys know me from, but thank you for supporting my small business. I'm a nurse, I'm a registered dietitian, and my goal is to help you guys implement things into your life to start living in the rhythm of life that God created us for, so that we can live an have abundant life, that we can be healthy in mind, body, spirit, so that we can go be effective for God. So that is my goal. And I thought it would be fun for hi, thanks for joining. I thought it would be fun for summer to talk about going on vacation, because I have clients who are very anxious about vacation because they've been living that healthy life for a while, but then they're like, oh, but I'm going on vacation and I like to eat all the things and I don't like to exercise on vacation. So I was like, oh, this is kind of a fun a topic I thought was pretty applicable to summertime. And if you're not going on vacation, that's okay. Staycation, we're always on vacation in our mind, right? Vacation can be a state of mind as well. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you. And you hear the jackhammering? Hopefully it's not that bad. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Of course, right? That's life. We gotta roll with the punches here. Okay, so I just got back from vacation, and if you're following along with me on Instagram, I'm doing these 10-minute quick hit workouts because that's something I can actually do every day. So I said, you know what, I'm going to bring everybody along on vacation with me. So you can follow along 6:45 all of this week, next few weeks, because the workers come in our backyard at 7. So love to see you out there. All right. So the best vacation ever, right? How are we going to live? How are we going to have the best vacation ever? Let me pull up my notes here. My whole thing is that I feel like you guys could actually go on vacation and come back feeling rested and refreshed, which is like the whole goal of vacation, right? Is to come back feeling ready to go we have to give ourselves that downtime so we can be ready to go. Well, but often I find that a lot of people I talk to come back from vacation feeling burnout, feeling bloated, tired, we've kind of strung out and not feeling rested. So what are some things we can actually do on vacation so that you can come back feeling better than you did, which is like the ultimate goal, right? Okay, so 3 pillars, I think, of successful vacation: setting realistic goals. And I know right now you're like, I don't want to set goals for vacation. Like, I'm on vacation. Like, that's the whole point. But so maybe I say goals because I feel like people can relate to that, but we're going to talk about setting intentions for various things on vacation. Okay. Now, again, if you're not going on vacation, that's okay. These are things you can apply to your everyday life, so that you can start living in rhythm of life that we are created for, so that we can start feeling really good in our mind, body, spirit. Okay, so magical mornings. I think really anything epic kind of starts in the morning, right? I value my mornings. I cherish them. I get up early, not because I'm a morning person, but because it makes my day so much better. So I commit to that even on vacation. And then my healthy-ish, I'm a dietitian. So of course, nutrition's my wheelhouse. So the majority of this talk, I'm going to give you my nutrition tips on how to keep it healthy-ish on vacation. And always really, because I just feel like we were meant to enjoy the foods that we love, right? some like in little bit. If we eat real food most of the time, then we are going to feel better. And so kind of just talking about setting goals there. Okay. So setting realistic goals for vacation. Did you know that a lot of people actually report that they feel they had more fun planning vacation than the actual vacation? And I can totally relate to this. I mean, I don't love planning vacations, so I guess I can't completely relate to this, but that we idealize vacation, but then the day to day, it's like not actually that relaxing. It's not rejuvenating. We're out of our rhythm, which we normally like if we have these habits we put into place to kind of keep us feeling good in our normal life. So vacation actually kind of leaves us feeling a little bit frustrated. And we come back and we're tired and we're more stressed and our house is out of order and we have all this stuff we have to do because we were gone for a couple of weeks. So kind of flip that on its head, so that you can come back feeling really rested and ready to go. Okay, so these are the kind of the pillars of health. Small, I wouldn't call them necessarily spiritual disciplines because they throw real food in there. I don't think that's a spiritual discipline, but things that we can do in order to bring energy and healing to our life. So the first being prayer. You were created for prayer, relationship with God. You were created for real food. So when you eat real food, your body is going to respond to that. You were created for movement. And when you move your body in a way that you enjoy, brings a lot of energy to your day, brings healing, increases your metabolism, and helps you kind of meet your goals, whatever they are, of maintaining your health for your life. Okay. So whether and then you were created for rest, absolutely created for rest. If you are not observing the Sabbath, I encourage you to do that. It's something I started doing during COVID. And it has been an absolute blessing. I still take out the trash on Sabbath. I don't have it, I'm perfect, whatever that means, but it's a state of mind where I don't work. I make that day special and I let God join me there and restore my soul. So I encourage you to do that, but that's what vacation is supposed to be, right? Okay. So I want you to take a moment, close your eyes and visualize what your perfect day of vacation would look like. Like, where are you? Are you hiking a mountain? Are you laying on the beach somewhere? Where are you? Who's with you? What are you doing? Okay. So my perfect day for vacation would be sitting on the beach with a book. And going for long walks with my family. Those are things that I love to do. Okay. So now I want you to close your eyes again. I want you to imagine yourself walking in your door after vacation, feeling rested and refreshed. Okay. Does your perfect vacation idea day match up with that feeling? I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So if they don't match up, hopefully our short time together will give you some ideas of how they can match up a little bit better. Now we're back to reality. Yep. Here we are. Okay. So our first thing that we do is set some realistic goals, right? Set some realistic goals for all these things so that we can have an idea, set an intention for our vacation. Okay. And not just let it haphazardly happen. So one of those things is prioritizing your morning. Decreasing stress is a pillar of health that is far underappreciated in our hustle culture. But you guys, we are going to bring it back. I am not a morning person, self-professed, never been a morning person. Asked my mom, asked my roommates in college, asked my husband. I'm still not. But when I get up in the morning and I prioritize getting with God in prayer and meditation, it absolutely changes my day. Now, like I said, stress reduction is something that we don't prioritize in our American culture. If you are not actively working to de-stress your life, you are probably stressed and you don't even know it physiologically, because we are not doing the things that our body was created for, which helps to decrease our stress. Like, we're inside too much, we're on our electronics too much, We don't spend time with community. So these are little things. All right. So prayer and meditation actually clinically reduces your stress. Who knew, right? God knew. It's been in the Bible since the beginning of time. So we also give that back, that control back to him in the morning, right? We start off with gratitude and worship the one who created you, and remember he's in control. So when your luggage with your perfectly 15 planned outfits gets lost, or if you're at home on a staycation and your kid gets sick and you're supposed to be at the beach, that you realize, okay, things are not in my control. It's my mindset, right? I can still be on vacation even when there's people jackhammering in my backyard. Yes, exactly. So we need more grounding from scripture and less focus on our circumstances. So that way, if your vacation isn't exactly what you imagined it to be, that we can still make the best of it and coming back rested. Okay, get outside. And this starts in the morning. We are like little animals, okay? And we have an internal clock called your circadian rhythm. And there's a lot of we've done to screw that up, since its regulation is very dependent on us getting sufficient light in our eyes during the day. So we have an inside lifestyle and we use a lot of electronics, which has totally thrown us out of the rhythm of life that God created us for. But there is good news. There is a road back to it, and it starts with getting outside. That's that simple, without your sunglasses. So I grab my coffee, my 1 cup of coffee. We'll talk about that in a minute. I go outside with my Bible, and without my sunglasses on, I sit outside and I start my day that way, remembering like who God created me to be. That I'm a child of God and I'm created in his image, and I've got a purpose, and that starts every single day, even on vacation, right? Okay, so we take off our sunglasses, and there is more and more evidence to support that getting adequate amounts of sunlight in your eyes can reset your clock. So they recommend like 3 hours of sunlight. So that could even be like sitting next to a window, like in your office, right? We're talking about vacation. You might be getting outside more than normal on vacation, which is awesome. So wear a hat, wear your sunscreen, but take your sunglasses off especially in the morning. I would be shocked if you didn't sleep better than normal. A lot of times on vacation too, we don't sleep as well because we're out of our element. We're not in our bed. We're not doing our things, but telling you, taking your sunglasses off, wearing that hat, letting that light hit your eyes as often as possible during the day can really reset your clock. Okay. Resetting your clock is epic. It's so important for balancing your hormones and decreasing inflammation and improving your overall health. So it's worth taking your sunglasses off for, right? Even though I love a good pair of sunglasses. Oh, love it. Okay. Another way to reduce your stress is through exercise. Now, you might be in the gym, you might have your schedule, your classes when you're at home, but when you go on vacation, what do? Well, there's lots of things you can take with you. You can follow along. I do home workouts. They're like 10 minutes long, and I do most of them without equipment or very little equipment. So that's something you can actually stick with. So you can do that. There's so many things online, so many free offerings. If you're going on vacation for a week, you can download someone's free week of workouts and do that while you're there. Or you can say, you know what, I don't want to be working out like in the traditional sense. I want to move in a way that I enjoy. I'm going to go for a walk with my family. I don't normally do that. I normally put my headphones on and go to the gym, but I'm going to go find, there's like a roller skating excursion. Oh, let's do that. I'm going to go roller skating with my family on the boardwalk, or find a new way to enjoy movement. So I encourage you to move your body during the day or early in the morning, or like not necessarily early in the morning, but in the morning first thing, so that you can kind of check that box too. Even if it is a quick 10-minute stretch, even if you're doing jumping jacks in the side of your hotel room while everybody else is, just waking up, because it will absolutely change your day. That it will infuse you with energy, gets your blood pumping. But we were also created to move in the morning. So when we move in the daytime, it helps our circadian rhythm get on track, so that we're not working out at night and waking ourselves up, which then disrupts our sleep. Okay. Coffee made the list of this because it's amazing, right? But you know what they say about too much of a good thing? Coffee stimulates your cortisol, which is your fight or flight hormone, and that prevents your other hormones from doing their job well. So Have your 1 cup of coffee, enjoy every bit of it, and then drink water for the rest of the day. Now, since you're here, I'm going to send you a survey after this, okay, after we're all done, and you can enter to win my Created for Summer swag bag. And inside is one of these awesome water bottles. Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but drink your water the rest of the day. I know it's not as much fun as coffee, but it'll do. Okay, so healthy-ish, what does that even mean? Well, healthy-ish means like we are not trying to be eating vegetables at every breakfast, lunch, and dinner while we're on vacation, because it's vacation and we want to enjoy ourselves. Maybe you're traveling to a place where you can try new cuisine, or maybe you're on a staycation and you're going to go out to dinner a couple times that week, something like kind of out of the ordinary. No matter what, you guys, you can enjoy the foods that you love and still meet your nutrition goals and still keep it healthy. I'm telling you, that's my specialty. That's how I live, and I can teach you how to live that way too. Okay. So what is healthy-ish? Well, we start off with a high protein breakfast, protein and produce at every meal and snack, and smart snacking, and dining out. We'll talk about some tips on that. And then of course, water. Okay. So why high protein breakfast? Well, high protein breakfast doesn't mean low carb. Okay. So one thing about balancing your blood sugar, which is kind of my core nutrition advice for anyone, is balancing your blood sugar can improve your overall health, no matter what you are dealing with, because it helps you curb cravings. It helps you balance your hormones, and it helps you boost your metabolism. So when you focus on a high protein breakfast, it actually balances your hormones for the rest of the day, which is amazing. So let's give an example. Let's talk about what a high carbohydrate breakfast would be. That would be like pancakes and fruit, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's, I'm only gonna have 1 pancake and I'm eating fruit. So it's a healthy-ish breakfast. I'm not gonna eat the bacon. Well, let me explain to you how your blood sugar works. Okay. So your blood sugar is controlled by 2 things, to simplify. The goal to keeping blood sugar under control is to combine high protein foods, or slow the absorption of blood sugar into your body in the first place. And we do that by combining carbohydrates, which is where you get most of the sugar and energy from, with protein, fat, or fiber. Okay. So when you eat a high carbohydrate breakfast that is healthy, let's say you just have fruit for breakfast, maybe have an extra pancake, you're actually going to leave your body wanting more carbohydrates, get you on what's called the blood sugar roller coaster. So you eat that fruit, which is healthy, right? And you don't eat anything else. You don't eat any bacon, because bacon's not healthy, right, in your head. And so your body puts out all this insulin, and it absorbs that carbohydrate into your cells. And now your blood sugar is taking a nosedive, because it's all that sugar is in your cells again. And what are you feeling? You're craving sugar again. So if you eat that bacon, which sounds totally off limits, right? You eat fruit with bacon, you're like, how can bacon be healthy? Well, because it slows the absorption of sugar into your body. So instead of these roller coaster of blood sugar where you have highs and lows, you have a more steady rise and fall of your blood sugar, which is what you want, because when your blood sugar is balanced, then your insulin is not, you're not putting out as much insulin. And so this is what I help my clients do. I help you guys simplify. Okay, what does this mean? You're like, wow, that's a lot. That's a mouthful for just having a high protein breakfast. But emphasizing protein at breakfast can actually improve your overall nutrition, which is crazy. So something simple. So what are high protein foods for breakfast? Eggs, meat. I've just been loving smoked salmon recently, like lox. Like that's totally an acquired taste, but with some cream cheese and like half a bagel. Cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, those are things that are high protein, but you don't want to forget the carbohydrates, particularly if you're exercising. Because if you don't eat carbohydrates, let's say you just have the eggs and bacon for breakfast, then you aren't giving your body the fuel that it needs for energy. So in about a few hours, your blood sugar is going to be super low, and you're going to be craving what? Sugar. So we have consistent amounts of carbohydrates at every meal, okay, always paired with protein, fat, or fiber. Okay, protein and produce is a way that I teach my clients to kind of this idea of always having carbohydrates with protein. I say protein because we do need protein, fat, and fiber slow the absorption of carbohydrates into your blood. Fat, we don't need as much of, right? We don't need as much of that because it is super high in calories. And so if you are trying to lose weight or maintain your weight, you want to have smaller amounts of fat. So I always encourage you to have 30 grams of protein at least at every meal with carbohydrates to fuel you. So the protein and then the produce. And why do I say produce instead of carbohydrates? Because I could just say eat protein and carbohydrates at every meal, but carbohydrates could be like your favorite Cheetos. So when I say produce, I am encouraging you to eat foods that are whole foods, okay? Because getting back to eating real food is what you were created for. And the more we eat real food that God intended for us to eat, the better your overall health is going to be. So if you eat real food and you balance your blood sugar, you are going to see a drastic improvement in your overall health. Okay. Along with getting outside, right? So that's protein and produce. Okay. And then smart snacking. So that's the next thing. Smart snacking. If you are eating protein and produce at every meal, you are not going to feel like you need to snack all the time. If you're eating a substantial amount of food, your body, it can sustain its energy levels for a few hours. If you go too long, let's say you're like, oh, I ate a good breakfast. I'm just going to wait until see how starving I am. Well, now your blood sugar is dipping again and you're starving, right? And so you're craving what? Sugar. So if we eat consistently, if we have those meals, if we eat substantial amounts of protein and produce at each meal, then we are not going to be having crazy cravings. But there are times, right, before, like I ate lunch yesterday. I had a great lunch. It was full of protein and produce, but I ate it kind of early. So it was like around noon. And so around 4:30, and I had worked out yesterday, I was like blind with rage. Like I was so hungry, right? So I just said, I'm going to have a snack. I don't want to blow my dinner, but I'm going to have a snack, and I have to have carbohydrates with that snack, but not by themselves, because when you eat carbohydrates by themselves, even if it's a small snack, it is going to put you on that blood sugar roller coaster again. So then I'm going to be ravenous for dinner. And if dinner is until 6:30, then I'm like kind of pushing it. So again, pair your snacks, protein and produce at snacks. Now, when you're on vacation, I just experienced this. I was like, hey, I didn't have a lot of my favorite foods like with me because we were in another country and they don't have the same kind of foods that I'm used to eating. So I actually brought along with me some trail mix, little packages, and some bars that I know that I love. So in a pinch, like when I'm at the beach or we're in a long car ride or something, that I can have those to sustain my energy. And that one little thing I think made a huge difference for me. And then I also, it kind of takes the stress out of like, what am I eating? So maybe throw some snacks some prepackaged snacks in your bag. All right. So now dining out. So dining out, like I said, vacation is this like amazing time to enjoy new foods, right? So a couple tips for dining out: get what you want and take half home. Like you don't want to be that person that's ordering like the salad that's not going to fill you up anyway, that you don't want at this like amazing restaurant, this once in a lifetime place, or like this place you only go once a year. No, you get the thing that you want, and you have less of it. And again, if you eat protein, fat, and fiber with carbohydrates, so like let's say you have your favorite soda, they've got this like epic grape soda, which sounds gross right now, but I don't know, grape soda, it's like whatever it is, it's that favorite thing. You have the soda, have less of it, right? So that you don't spike your blood sugar. But before you do that, you eat protein, fat, and fiber to slow the absorption of that sugar into your bloodstream. Again, blood sugar is where it's at, you guys. Even if you're not diabetic or pre-diabetic, I'm telling you, that is how you can also enjoy all the foods that you love, okay? By just kind of understanding how food works in your body. Okay, so another thing when you're dining out, maybe go easy on the apps. Just think about it like in the long term, right? Like you have portion it out just like you would at home, right? Portion out your food. Portion out a little bit of your of food that you want, and know that you are going to get all of the yummy things that you love. You're going to get your favorite dessert. You're going to get your favorite fried thing, whatever, but you're going to have less of it. And that's okay. And you're going to take it home for lunch or whatever. I think when it's this, I can't have certain thing mentality, that's when we overdo it. So like vacation is like one giant cheat day for a lot of people, but I really feel like if you're in your whole, my goal is to teach people in order to figure out how they can enjoy food, all their foods, all their favorite foods all the time, not just on cheat days or on vacation. And also picture how you want to feel after dinner. Okay. So set an intention for your extras. Like if you know that you want to feel like terrible, then eat all the things, drink all the things, and just enjoy, right? But you know that you want to enjoy those things, and in moderation you can. So set an intention. So if you're going out to dinner and you're like, oh, I'm going to enjoy a glass of wine, like say, okay, am I going to enjoy one glass of wine or the whole bottle? Set an intention before you go. Same with your dessert or with extras. You're sitting by the poolside and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my third adult beverage since, and it's only 11 o'clock. Okay, maybe I need to reevaluate, drink some water, set an intention, get some lunch for myself. These are kind of things that you can do so that you do come home feeling amazing, right? Picture how you want to feel when you come home. Okay, we weren't created for these extras, so they're not going to make you feel that great. If you want to think about it that way, eat the food that you were created for more often than not, and that is going to really bless you. Okay. Now water is more than 70% of our body, right? So drink water more often than not, and limit the other things like alcohol and juice and soda, because they are not there to do anything but provide you with extra calories and sugar, which is causing inflammation, and it doesn't help you meet your goals. So water most of the time. Now, if you are in a hot environment, you might need to drink extra water. Bring a water bottle with you on vacation and know how many times you need to fill it up to meet your goal. So I say like half your body weight in ounces. But again, if you're doing excessive sweating with exercise, or you're on an excursion for the day, you really might have to prioritize drinking a little bit extra water. And if you know, okay, I need to drink this 5 times, then you don't get to the end of the day and you're feeling spent, right? It's all about just setting intention. So we were created for rest. We kind of talked a little bit about the Sabbath, but I want you to come back from vacation feeling refreshed, not stressed, right? So we pray in the scripture when we are feeling stressed. That is a way to bring our attention back to what really matters. We deep breathe, we take deep breaths, take an opportunity when we are feeling stressed. Maybe we missed our bus to the thing we were supposed to go to on vacation, or maybe we're on a staycation trying to find some peace, trying to keep our kids busy. We take deep belly breaths. It shuts off your fight or flight, and it actually can lower your cortisol levels, which is going to improve your overall health. Tapping is something that is a technique that I could talk about in another talk, but to decrease your stress and bring you back to center on your body. And just slow down, you guys. We weren't created for this fast-paced life that we're living. We just weren't created for it. It's okay to say no to things. It's okay when everybody else wants to go to the pool for you to say, no, I need some downtime away from everyone. It's okay. I'm not going to go on this excursion today. It's okay to do nothing. And we were created for rest. Culturally, we've been told we have to be busy all the time, right? In order to feel productive and good about ourselves. But that's just not true. That's just a total lie. So I hope that you gain some information here that is going to help you come back from your next vacation feeling refreshed, not stressed. and grab your ticket to the best vacation of your life. Okay. So after this, you're going to get an email from me with a link to a survey. And so if you complete the survey, then you're entered to win the Created for Summer swag bag that has all these things like a little beach bag, a little hat to keep the sun off your face, blue light blocking glasses, which we didn't get into a ton, but that also will helps reset your circadian rhythm if you wear those to block out the harmful blue light from electronics. And then of course, your water bottle. If you aren't following along on social media, you can follow me at the Nursetician on Instagram. I'm going to be sending out weekly emails with nutrition information just to keep little tips to keep this easy for you guys. And then if you want to work one-on-one with me, there will be a link in your email. You can also find all that information on social media and my website, which is thenursetician.com. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. Look in your email for that link so that you can get your ticket to the best vacation of your life and the summer swag bag. All right. I'll see you guys next time.